Alright, here we go. Hello, what's going on guys? It's Mikey Fairbanks here. Welcome to Toonshed Developmental. Here's our series where we take a look behind the scenes at what we're getting up to at Gold Hill Animation Studios. What a year it's been for Toonshed, I cannot stress that enough, and I'm so glad to be back. Glad Toonshed is back as well. It's been quite the return, so many things to look forward to. So before we look ahead at what we're doing for 2024 and beyond, let's take a trip down memory lane. Take a look at the kind of year that we've had here at Toonshed. Are you ready? Let's do this. So, after several years away, we returned on the 4th of March this year with a Tooned News animated short. We officially announced the project Chased, a Hollywood-style thriller set in the post-lockdown summer of 2021. We took part in the first Indie Animation Day on the 16th of May, and on that day we announced the pilot for our 8-year-old project, Kev, which will be completed and released. We gave you a sneak peek at Chased and announced a great cast. We've also announced on the second Indie Animation Day the dawn of our most ambitious project we've ever undertaken, Niromancers, compressing 16 years of creative efforts into one animated series coming 2025. I challenged myself to work on production work every day throughout September and released another quick animation on Halloween. I'm not afraid. And on the third and final Indie Animation Day of 2023, we announced our lineup for 2024, the return of Tooned News, and this catch-up series, right here. So do you know what I found out earlier today? 2023 is ending in 39 days. I think it's time for me to start panicking now. Look, what's still left to be completed this year? Well, with our new plan in place, I'm still working for the pilot on Kev. Now, there's many layers to this. You've got the development layer, where obviously with everything happening with the COVID-19 pandemic, I've had to go and rewrite parts of the script at the end of 2022 just to factor some parallels out. Now, I wanted to take a couple of weeks around this month just to make sure that the script is on point, it makes sense, you know, the dots are connected, all of that good stuff. So just in case you guys like the pilot and want to see more, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, you do, what you see in that pilot is exactly what you'll be in for if I ever get to make this a full series. And then you got the pre-production layer, where I've recently closed the casting call for some of the main and recurring characters in the show. Who said this was going to be easy? It wasn't. Honestly, choosing the voice actors to play these characters was some of the hardest decisions I've had to make this year. You know, everyone brought their A game, and I couldn't be thankful enough of those 43 auditions that I got in for this pilot. Yeah, it was emotional. When I started listening to it, I was just blown away. And you know, if you are 17-year-old me, would you have ever imagined that line that you wrote down on that piece of paper to be spoken, to be acted in that specific way? My mind would have been blown. So a massive thank you to all of the voice actors who took part in that casting call. What's next on the slate? The cast is going to be finalised for that section on the 27th of November. The voice recordings are going to actually get started from the 4th of December, and then we'll run through until the end of January. Now that's just the pre-production layer. When we're talking about the production side, more things are going on behind the scenes. So I believe I put out a tweet about this a couple of days ago actually, and essentially Kev is undergoing a major change in its art direction. Essentially, I'm ripping up most of the backgrounds and some of the animation and character designs I've already done for this pilot, and I'm starting again. Why? Well, because the art direction didn't really make much sense. I mean, most of the background didn't match the toon styles and animation I was aiming for. They were far too realistic, and ultimately, imposter syndrome came in. So what I've been doing behind the scenes is been running a few tests. As you can see, I've been trying to go for a more toon style kind of art direction to sort of really match up with the character designs and character shapes and character forms. Still work in progress, nothing set in stone at the moment, and hopefully I'm giving myself up until the end of January, early February to try and finalize on something so that I could move forward with production. But all of that is to come. You will hear from me next time when we do another Toonshed Developmental on how things are going with that. Did someone say how the Chase project is coming along? Well, not much progress has been made since October, and that's down to my focus being mainly on reviewing the auditions for the Kev casting call. But still working on background assets, and modelling them has been somewhat addictive at this point. I do hope to get back into animating in December, so scenes like this get through the blocking stage.
What's your name?
Jerry. And a key priority of mine has been to make the music first and then let that influence me when animating the action scenes. Now, many studios tend to do it the other way around, as in animate first, then make the music in post-production, but letting the music direct me when animating, I feel, is my way of bringing out a bigger emotional response to the beats, and this is something this film needs in my opinion, so look out for that. Now, there's no way I'm going to leave this Toonshed Developmental without talking about Environmentals at least. Now, when I say I love slow build-ups to big things, I mean it, and Environmentals is no exception. Look, 2025 might be a long way away, but that doesn't mean we can't get a sneak peek at least of the series. Now, I do very much intend to make good use of the next 2 years to get you up to speed with the lore surrounding this. As you probably may have noticed, I've been giving Environmentals a painterly look for its art direction, and with the release of Blender 4.0 recently, I've been really looking forward to testing the aesthetic much more. So new filters such as the Kuwahara filter to accomplish this is there, it's available, and I'm going to have a field day with this, take that opportunity, and also try texture painting by hand as well to sort of enhance that sort of aesthetic, that look, to give it a nice little pop. In terms of the story, I'm close to hitting 30 pages of lore, ranging from locations to characters, themes to episode ideas, and I'm looking forward to dropping hints about this soon, with the most important elements you should know being released closer to the summer of 2025. Be on the lookout for that, you're gonna love it. So we got occasional updates like this coming through our Twitter account at Golden Toonshed. I'm there too at MyK Fairbanks. If you are interested in how things are going, please help Toonshed grow from the ground up. Remember to subscribe with notifications on so you can be the first to watch our animations when they come out. Plus, Toonshed Developmental updates. There will be another episode of Toonshed Developmental next month, but until then, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are. This is MyK Fairbanks, signing off for today. Take it easy, guys.